I mean, I learned about it just because it's funny, actually. I think the original trailer, I liked the art because there was that 3D art where you still saw the line around it. So it was kind of like a really clever blend. It just looked great. And played it and liked it. And then hadn't really contemplated it as a movie. And then I think it just sort of was marinating in my mind for a while. And then was like, oh, you know what? Actually, this is a really distinct opportunity because not a lot of games are funny. I mean, not that many games are funny, especially big high-end ones. And this game sort of had a perfect tone where like it used its tone to to actually help the reality of it, because all the humor and sort of the oddity made it emotionally more real, but also I thought a little bit more readily adaptable. It was sort of feeling out like just thematically what we wanted to get into, like the idea of sort of Lilith being in this sort of challenged mother-daughter story, so then Roland sort of felt like a natural contrast to how we were playing Lilith this stage of her life. You had sort of one person who wasn't ready to sort of fight for anything anymore, and you had somebody else who just decided to. And then on the other hand, like, what's sort of really great about Pandora and like is it's a challenging place, and it'll never stop being a challenging place. There's a beauty in the challenge and the danger and the pain, but also we wanted to own it. So you've got characters like Krieg, who obviously is somebody sort of clearly who's been shattered by something so awful, but still is like trying to like connect. Tina sort of just found her way in because she's awesome. And then we sort of tilted a little bit to sort of have maybe more aggressive sort of agenda, where she was sort of, when you meet her in the game, she's sort of just living in chaos. And she feels out sort of way more like gradually as you sort of spend time around her. We felt like overall, like the idea is like everybody on Pandora, for the most part, is after something. Whatever it might or might not be in the vault, like it's like the treasure of Sierra Madre. It's more about like the ambition than actually like the gold. This movie has to do a lot of things right all at the same time, so finding a director who wanted to do that and had shown experience in doing all those things and basically taking disparate things and not sort of cramming them together, but actually finding a way to move them into harmony to amplify each other, which was like a lot of Eli's career. I don't think horror and comedy, I mean, there's always been a legacy of some, but I think he sort of always had that keen eye for that, where he knew that these things can reinforce each other. So this was sort of taking a lot of his experience and skills and instincts and just sort of just sort of expanding the canvas. And then we spent time getting to know each other. He had really good ideas out of the gate, and we went down to Dallas, spent time with Gearbox, and he was just super excited. And all of his instincts kept lining up with what we were after. What's amazing about Jamie is she's got obviously her job on set, which requires a lot of energy, and then she's giving out at least as much energy to everybody there. And we're lucky to have her, and like grateful, by the way. Like she makes it all look really effortlessly. The acting, the dead mother. But I think it's a lot of work and a lot of caring. And, it's why, getting to know her has been really sort of one of the treasures on this movie. She sets like an example of how one can sort of really have a graceful life and huge career. One of the amazing things about Ariana, just like Tina, is Ariana is incredibly smart. And I remember like the first day I saw her in Hungary, she had her binder, like she was ready to work, but she was still like a crazy 13-year-old girl. And that was the key to us, was like we needed someone who was, as an actress, bring all the emotionality, all the comedy, and all the intelligence, but hide most of it behind mayhem, and so Ariana just sort of had that.